Hey guys, before we go bananas with Chelsea the Grass, let's thank a couple of our supporters. First is Fusion CBD Products. Check them out right now at fusioncbdproducts.com or hit them up on the IG page at Fusion CBD. Guys, they have some of the best freeze, the rub, the waters are back. 6-pack for $19.50. Trust me, worth every single penny. Check out fusioncbdproducts.com. Also is our family at Mako Tech Mouthguards. Check them out officially on their Instagram page at Mako Tech, TEK_mouthguards. They have some of the best mouthguards in the MMA industry, but guys, they are supplying mouthguards for pros, for amateurs, and everyone in between. Check out today, Mako Tech Mouthguards. Check them out on Instagram at Mako Tech_mouthguards. Let's go bananas with Chelsea. All right, guys, here we go on the Fight Bananas hotline. Our friend Chelsea the Grass, how are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. We are enjoying life. We are I keep on saying we're that Indiana Jones ball. We're that momentum going downhill. It's been great. So how's everything in your life?
Everything's been really good. Super busy. Everything is gearing up now that things are starting to open back up now. So I've been really busy, but all with good stuff.
Great. Let's talk about that. So, of course, COVID changed the world. It did 4 or 5 months ago. How did you deal with it, especially in the MMA world and just everything with you particular? And then now, how are you? You know, we're getting through August, hopefully getting into the fall, and just how are things going?
Yeah. So I guess as far as MMA training went, you know, the gym closed for a few months. So I was pretty good about doing my training at home. I actually put like a Muay Thai pad on my laundry pole in my backyard, and I was kicking and punching that. So
love it.
I got creative a little bit. And as far as business goes, you know, I got creative, I got innovative, and I just moved all my training to online and virtual sessions. And that actually worked out really well for me. I was still able to stay in contact with my clients and help people and continue with their training as well. And now my studio is back open. My gym, my martial arts gym is back open. So I've been back to training pretty regularly and training clients in person. And my self-defense training has just been blowing up lately because there's a huge need for that right now with everything that's going on and all the craziness in the world. So people have been really trying to get in and start learning that.
Awesome. And we'll definitely go into that, and especially your gym. But I do want to hit on something you said earlier that I agree 10,000-fold. It's with COVID. The cream rises to the top, and sometimes people that aren't all the way in, 100% in, or the passion's not into it, they let stuff go, or they use excuses. And I love that. Even I just use our analogy, what Fight Bananas, a podcast. Our podcast has went up. Our numbers have went up. We threw out more content. It just gave us more time. We pivot to this way. So I just think if that's what you want to do in life, and nothing will stop it. You know what I mean? Not a loss in an MMA fight, not COVID-19, money struggles. That's just life. You know what I mean? So when you said that, and I loved your word, to be into, what you said about, changing gears up. And so what was the number one thing through COVID that you had to switch up or change up? You're like, okay, I got to pivot this way to really make, my career and my dreams come true.
I think just not getting frustrated and just, thinking outside the box and coming up with solutions instead of just saying, oh, well, this sucks. I'm just going to, give up.
Right.
And just finding creative ways to keep my clients and keep my audience engaged and motivated. So that was the big focus for me.
Okay. So let's go into the MMA gym. I didn't know. I knew that you were always at the same gym, but it's your gym, or you're a part owner of it, or how's that?
Oh, no. So I have my own personal studio, my own fitness studio where I train my clients, and then I go to another martial arts gym where I do my own training and I'm the student. So I have two different gyms that I go to. Very
cool. And what's the gym that you go train for MMA at?
It's called Ronin Training Center, and it's in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus. Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
When, through COVID, I talked to Gary about it, and he was itching to try to get you back into the cage. When do you think we can see you back fighting again?
Honestly, I could get ready for a fight right now. It's just trying to find one.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of promotions putting fights on right now. Some people are starting to here in the next few months, so I'm keeping my eye out, and hopefully an opponent or a fight will present itself to me. But I don't have anything planned. I would like to get a fight in.
Oh, I lost it there at the end. You said you would like to get a fight in by the end of the year?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Very cool, very cool. Okay, now let's go to your studio gym. I love it. My wife is now into MMA because I'm so into it, and we had 2 boys, and then on New Year's Eve we had twin girls. So I'm 100% into. I'm definitely a dad girl, and I love the girls, and I love what you're doing. So I would love for you, platform's yours. Take it away. Where they can see, videos to. I watched the one that you were showing, how to guillotine someone who, someone come from behind or on the back or all that. When did you come up with that idea? And then when was it? And, for you to act on it, and then where can people see it?
So all of my self-defense videos are on TikTok, and I've been putting them on YouTube as well. So you can pretty much find all of my content on one of those platforms.
Okay.
But, training martial arts for years, I got into martial arts because I learned self-defense, because I was in an abusive relationship before, and I never wanted to go through that again. And so now I feel as though I'm in a position to start sharing this knowledge with other people, and there's really not a good, solid self-defense training out there that I think makes sense for a lot of people. And so I try to pull different techniques from jiu-jitsu, different techniques from Muay Thai, from judo, all the different martial arts that I think would be relative for self-defense, and things that are not too complicated for just average people to use in a self-defense situation. Because not everyone is going to be able to become a black belt in jiu-jitsu,
right.
But they should still know a few good moves that they could use in the moment if they need to. So I try to pick practical things that are easy to teach people.
No, 100%. That makes perfect sense. I yell at my wife sometimes, and, we're playing back and forth. I'm like, babe, slip the jab, throw the check. And she doesn't know what that means. I'm like, okay, throw your left hand out. So I totally get it. I think that makes perfect sense. So on your YouTube, what is your YouTube page? Is it just your name?
Yep. You can just look up Chelsea LaGrasse, and I should come up, and you can find my page and all my videos. And my handle on TikTok and Instagram is Chelsea Kyann.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I definitely want to send people that way. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of it, huge component of it, especially now having twin girls of my own. I'm just like, it's your worst nightmare kind of thing. So early, I'm definitely going to send our twin girls to your page to start to learn.
Awesome.
Very cool. Okay, I would love for you just to talk about some MMA topical topics that came out. One thing I thought was amazing. Like I said, I'm a strong component of female MMA. And so UFC 4 on EA Sports, they came out with a game, and they came out with the rankings. And it's really cool. They kind of did it with Madden of the NFL, and they had rankings of who's the best in the game, like who should you use and that kind of thing. So I'm like, awesome. I like it. In the top 10, number 1 was Amanda Nunes, a female MMA fighter, 2 weight class champion, and I was pumped. I was like, she deserves it for one, maybe one of the greatest, if not the greatest female fighter of all time. So Amanda Nunes being the best fighter in the game, what do you think of that?
I would probably have to agree.
Okay.
She's going to be very hard to beat. Being a 2-division champ, she's taken out all the big ones. And she's just tough. She has great footwork. She's very powerful. She's very confident in herself. So I think that would be I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, totally.
At the moment.
And in the top 10, they also had Zhang Wei Li, and they also had Valentina Shevchenko. So 3 females in the top 10. Do you like all 3 of those? And then is there another female that you think deserves to be, if not in that top 10, very, very close with the rankings?
I definitely agree with Valentina and Zhang Weili for sure. All those girls are amazing, amazing fighters. I think that Miesha Tate and Ronda Rousey deserve a spot in those rankings as well. Even though they're not active fighters anymore, they really did a lot for the female MMA sport, and they were champions at one point in time as well. So I think that they deserve a spot in those rankings as well.
Right. And that's what makes, and you kind of hit on it a little bit, and I guess I'll expand on it right now. That's what it makes, to me, Amanda Nunes so amazing. You just mentioned two girls with Tate and Rousey, and Amanda defeated them both.
Beat both of them, yep.
and defeated Valentina. It's just her lineup, her dates, her, opponents are just by far the greatest female, wins of all time. Cyborg. And what she just did,
Cyborg. So
it's no one beats Cyborg,
right.
And then Felicia Spencer, she's been on the show numerous of times, and she went out there, during this COVID process and out there in Vegas, and she felt great going into it for Felicia. And we saw that fight. Amanda Nunes is just amazing. She's powerful. She's patient. Her technique, I think she is number one. Yeah,
I agree. I agree. She's just kind of a step above all the other competition right now.
Right. Another thing, too, I talked to another Marina Kaufman. She's out there at Toledo, Ohio. I don't know if you know of her. And she told me some of the stories. She's about to turn professional, and she took her first amateur fight literally on 20 hours' notice. And she was just talking, and everything I've talked, and I've kind of, followed her a little bit now lately. And the word that comes to me is just tough. And I talked to a couple other people and fighters in that Midwest, in that Ohio area, and you just keep hearing the word tough and, country strong and all of that. How is that is that a real thing? Is that just a real, growing up in the Ohio area, is that just a real thing, being that country strong, that toughness that you bring inside the cage with you?
I guess that could be an Ohio thing. It depends on where you grow up in Ohio. If you were from Columbus, you're not really country strong, but I guess anywhere outside of Columbus you could be. But
right.
I would say that most females I've trained with in Ohio they're very tough girls, and I would say that that's a good assumption to put on the Ohio female martial artists.
Absolutely. I just think, and I've seen your fights. It's just you're just super tough. So is she, and it's just one of those things. Hey, 1 or 2 or 3 is a trend, but now it just keeps on happening. It's just something you got to, tap your hat to.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of championship fights, and then we'll let you go. We really appreciate your time, Chelsea. There's 3 big fights with DC and Stipe, Khabib Nurmagomedov and Gaethje, and then finally the middleweight championship, Stylebender and Costa. One out of those 3 fights, what's the one that's really jumping at you that you cannot miss, you're watching on a Saturday night?
Oh, I don't know. I really like to watch the Stylebender.
Okay.
I love his style, and I love watching his fights. But Stipe is an Ohio guy, so I definitely want to watch that trilogy and see Stipe come out on top with that one.
I was going to say, are you leaning Stipe right now? We're around a week away from this. I cannot wait for this fight.
I definitely want to see Stipe take the belt again, so for sure.
Awesome.
I love DC too. He's a great fighter. He's a great commentator, but Stipe's from Ohio, so I gotta represent Ohio.
No, I agree with you, and I'm happy you said what you just said about commentator. To me, mixed martial arts and everyone I talk to, it's a all-consuming, life-consuming, think about it, train about it, cardio when you wake up early when you don't want to. It's just, you're all in. And to me, with DC kind of mulling over the idea of retirement and him doing commentary and, and no offense to it, he's a great family man and I see a lot of things on it. It's just, to me, when he's commentating, maybe Stipe's in the gym. And when he's DC's with the family, maybe Stipe is running in the morning. I think Stipe is going to be one step ahead. You just can't mull around the word retirement in the UFC. I don't think that is good for him. So I got Stipe in the trilogy.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. It's hard to keep up with training when you are as busy as DC is and traveling with the UFC and commentating on fights. It's hard. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Absolutely, it is. Chelsea, we are so happy to talk to you. The platform's yours. Definitely throw out, your handles again. The self-defense videos that are on YouTube will definitely want to send a lot of people your way, or anything else. Just the platform is yours.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate you having me on here and taking the time to speak with me and sharing my message. So if you want to get in contact with me or follow me on social media, my handles on Instagram and TikTok are Chelsea Kyann. That's Kyann, like the cayenne pepper, but with a K. And on YouTube, just look me up, Chelsea LaGrasse, and you can find all of my videos. If you send me a message, I probably will respond. I try to respond to everybody, no matter how many messages I get. And I always appreciate the support and sharing the self-defense videos, because it's really important, I believe, for everybody to learn self-defense, especially females, especially in the day and age that we are in. You can never be too safe.
Oh, absolutely. And Chelsea, I was actually going to let you go, but something popped in my head. Do you, with the videos, is it, do you look frowned upon, or do you look sideways when a man or a boy wants to learn these self-defense, or you're just 100% for it? Everyone that can learn and be safer is better for everybody.
Oh, no, everybody should learn, not just females. You know,
Okay.
Females should learn it more because they don't have the physical strength that men have. But men get attacked too. Men can be abused. Men can be hurt. And so they should learn how to protect themselves as well, especially men who are like police officers or in sort of situations like that. They should have as many advantages as possible to keep themselves safe.
Absolutely. Chelsea, I love talking to you today. I really, really loved and appreciate your message, and I cannot wait. Hopefully we'll talk soon, and hopefully we'll talk to you with a fight announcement very, very soon, all right?
Yes, hopefully. That would be awesome.
Awesome, Chelsea. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You too.
All right, guys, what a great interview right there with Chelsea, Chelsea LaGrasse. I'm so happy. We've been trying to get that together for a little bit. I really love the message. I really want you guys to go to it. I know it's cool. Not females, not, just males, young, old. Everyone can learn. So definitely go check her out on YouTube, Chelsea LaGrasse. Just the techniques she teaches you, it's very how she does it too. It's just very easy to learn and try. And it's 2020. It's been a crazy, crazy year already. Really we need to take care of ourselves and our families. So very, very great message from Chelsea, and she's a kick-ass fighter as well. So I was very happy to get her on. Okay, let me get back into those top 10 rankings. We talked about it a little bit with Chelsea, and I really wanted to throw out something that bothered me when I saw these top 10 rankings. And I love the idea of it. To me, it was great. UFC 4 on EA Sports had a Madden feel. They did this countdown from like 50 to 40, and I loved it. It's great. It was great talk. It was great for MMA media. It's great stuff. So anytime that we can have topics, there's been a lot of fights going on, so that's always great. But it was just cool to see a Madden feel. It's great to see that UFC in that mainstream, light. And, anytime you can bring in Madden and the UFC together in one sentence, I'm in. So here we go. There's the top 10 rankings, guys. Let's go 10 to 1. Usman, GSP, Stipe, Weili, Stylebender. Number 5, Cejudo, Valentina. 4, 3, Khabib Nurmagomedov. 2, John Jones. And number 1, the greatest female fighter of all time, Amanda Nunes. Okay. A lot is perfect. I love Stipe. Stylebender, maybe a tad low. Okay. Khabib, Bones, Amanda. I think Amanda is number 1. I thought about it back and forth, and I tried what she's done this year as well. I think Amanda's 1. Okay. The Cejudo at 5. It's a little high, especially with him doing the retirement talk. But then I thought about it. Man, he's trolling everyone on Twitter. It looks like he wants to fight Kyann or Volkanovski. I think the fight will happen again, so I'm cool with it because he is. Henry Cejudo deserves to be on any top 5 list, any top 10 list, so I'm cool with Cejudo. But there's one name that bothers me. There's one bone I want to pick with UFC 4 on EA Sports. George St. Pierre. GSP. Number 9? George St. Pierre has fought one time for the UFC in the last 5 calendar years. Over 1,600 days, he's had one fight. There's no way GSP can be in your top 10. Guys, there's no way. Guys, we can put him as a cool character of the game. You know, Tyson Fury's in the game. We can make him special. Or he can even be in the damn game, but, you know, make him at number 20. Because top 10, there's names like Justin Gaethje and Dustin the Diamond Poirier and Alexander Volkanovski that is a champion, a bona fide champion that's not on the top 10. Guys, the UFC is now. It's new. UFC Fight Pass and streaming on ESPN, and it's on TikTok and Instagram. It's today. It's now. It's not 5 years ago. So when I saw this bothered me. Volkanovski and Kyann and Poirier, to me, they're all getting slighted here. We want to show the people. We want to show the people that are going to watch UFC for the first time or going to buy the game for the first time. Oh, who's top 10? Who's Dustin Poirier? Who's the Diamond? Because he damn deserves it. He's an absolute stud, one of the greatest fighters on this planet. I don't want to show the MMA fans of today that George St. Pierre is a top 10 fighter. I don't. I think they messed up on this one. I think UFC 4 on EA Sports made a boo-boo. I think they messed up. So I'm going to make a phone call, and I want this switched. I want it changed. I want Justin Gaethje at 9. Or Alexander Volkanovski. Or Dustin the Diamond. There's so many great fighters that deserve, who have earned the right to be top 10. And you think, oh, guy, this is, come on. This is just a video game. Guys, this is vital. This is what the people are seeing. This is the content that the UFC is putting out there to the world. They want people to think or know that Amanda Nunes is the greatest fighter alive. They want names like Usman and Stipe and Cejudo on this list. To me, it's a mistake, and it needs to be fixed. All right, guys, have a great Monday. Everyone be out there, be safe, be happy. Come on, guys. Let's help people. Let's help our neighbor. Make sure you subscribe to our Fight Bananas YouTube channel. Hit us up on Fight Bananas Official on IG. Say that 5 times fast. Jeezy, Dave. Fight Bananas Official. I probably will get into it in the next podcast. I had an amazing phone call, probably life-altering, changing, positive phone call. So I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful. And it all kind of starts with you guys. If I talk into a microphone and no one listens or watches or downloads, it's, it would be fun for me. Yeah, I would probably still do it, but it would be something that I couldn't do probably moving forward and on an everyday, timetable. Because, bills still come in that mail. Those things in white envelopes come, probably every 6 days to the Van Auken household. So we appreciate you guys because the download numbers have been incredible. Golly. That Roy Jones podcast, thousands and thousands and thousands of downloads on iHeartRadio. We are so thankful. It's just cool. I remember years ago in my infancy, I got 1,000 or 100 on this one or, 1,000 for the month. And I was like, wow. Now we're getting 1,000 by the days. The week, sometimes we get upwards of 10 to 15,000. I think last month we broke our record. It was over something of 57,000 downloads. So it's just incredible shit, guys. We are so thankful. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. I told you, if you go on Apple Podcasts, you have the iPhone, make sure you give us 5 stars on the ratings. They really like that. They want us to do that more. So, thankful. Thank you. Thanks so much. Hey guys, thank you so much to Chelsea LaGrasse. Thank her for coming on the podcast. Definitely go check her out on her YouTube channel. I'm Dave Van Auken. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at David Van Auken. Spell it correctly. Guys, have a great day. Have a great Monday. Stay safe out there and stay bananas.